Hello everyone and welcome to the Channel 5 News. I am Kenny Williams. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
Do you need more cash for that home improvement? Then come to Fast Cash, where we give you more. At Fast Cash, our customers get more funds and more time to repay. But wait, can't come to us? We'll come to you. And our mobile officer will get you on your way. Small businesses, consumers, and taxi owners. Fast Cash has more for everyone. Simply call or visit any of our locations for more. Smarter, faster, better. Fast Cash. Terms and conditions apply.
M&J Covering is the producer of designed galvanized and galvalume in Dominica. They design to your specifications, color and length, 4 styles of galvanized and galvalume pre-painted roofing sheets as requested, and supply all your galvalume accessories. M&J Covering helps you control spending and reduce waste. At M&J Covering, they are also equipped to build your roof to precise standards anywhere on island. So come to M&J Covering at 1 Mile in Portsmouth or call 445-5001 275-5003 today.
First up, it was not quite the expected vibrant scene at the Rosa Market as that facility officially welcomed back vendors on Friday. Andrea Louis explains.
Approximately 10 weeks after Hurricane Maria, the Rosa Market was reopened to vendors to sell their agricultural produce in a sanitary area specially allocated for them. Over the past few weeks, vendors were selling agricultural goods on the roadside, but from Friday, 1st December, they returned to the Rosa Market. A Channel 5 News team visited the area and spoke to a few of the vendors there.
Yes, it's true. Yes, I'm happy. But the market already.
Okay,
it wasn't ready all this morning. A lot of smelling. All about the market was smelling a lot. But it's good. I wanted to come back in the market. Yes, I didn't want by the road. But
okay, so in terms of sales, how has it been so far?
When I was by the road, it was a little better, but I want market is market.
So what more does the market authority have to do to make it ready for you?
Well, the market need to cover and fall in. The market really need to cover. We need a covering for the market.
Okay, I am happy to be back at the market. Number one, that's true. But the sales are a bit slower than when we were, situated by the road, And as in terms of washroom, the washroom is not ready as yet, and I would say it is most likely maybe about 40% ready, not 50 though. Because no water access, you understand? In order to do business, food handling business, you need water, you need your washroom, yeah, and that makes you ready for local as well as visitors, and all. So it's haven't fully ready, but it's getting there. I'm hoping that as the week goes by, things will improve.
Well, it's not like how it used to be, because as you can see, the market is so dread. Much people not come to the market, and in town have a lot of people. But if we used to be in town, then more of our produce would sell by now.
So how have your sales been going so far?
Not like before. It's kind of slow, very slow.
Based on the condition of the Rosa Market, do you think it's ready to welcome back the vendors?
No, because the washroom is not ready, so it's not 100%. So I guess when the washroom is all right, and then the lights, because normally we stay too late and then we come to early morning and there's dark during the night and the early morning. So we need the light and then the washroom. That's the two problem. And we need more people to come and buy our produce.
Consumers also weighed in on the vendors' return to the Rosa Market. So as a consumer, how do you feel about the vendors being back at the Rosa Market?
Better, much better.
Why is that?
Because when they're on the pavement, it's not a good idea to come and sitting on the pavement. They're selling on the pavement, people standing talking, and you're trying to pass. It's very difficult. Okay. It's not good for elderly especially.
Now, compared from before Maria to now after Maria, how would you describe the Rosa Market?
Well, it's not up to standard yet, I don't think. There's a little touch missing.
Okay. But you're happy the vendors are back?
But I'm happy they are back here and not still on the pavement.
We have to say thanks to God first, and then we are back at the market because seeing what have been done to Dominica and elsewhere, and Dominica has been back on its foot again and running, you know what I mean? And to see the vendors are back at the market, it makes it feel comfortable for us, you know what I mean? Because we've been looking around the place to find our products which Dominican love, like our provision and stuff like that. But it's so nice to be in the market. And I hope we continue to make progress as a country on a whole, that the country can move forward. Especially even this time, it is already Christmas, and people looking forward for different stuff, like especially their things to make their sauce and their, yeah, I mean, to do their cookouts and so on Christmas time. So I guess we'll be looking forward to that. And I just want to say, yeah, I mean, let everything that's put in God's hand and we move on from there.
Well, what I think really, it's a very good thing because too much congestion in the middle of Roseau, and because of the sanitation, they're being back in the Roseau market. It's very good.
Okay, and you used to come here before Hurricane Maria, so now that you're back after the hurricane, how do you compare it to, I guess, the Roseau market to before Maria and now after Maria?
Well, I would say it's coming on. It's not where it should be, you know, but it's coming on, and I think in the long run, it will be better.
As far as concerns expressed over washroom facilities, they are expected to be fully operational by Saturday. Reporting for Channel 5 News, I am Andrea Louis.
In more top stories, President of the Dominica Association of Teachers, Celia Nicholas, has expressed concern that young people are lingering on the streets as some schools are still being used as shelters.
Nicholas said that aspect of disaster management has to be reviewed going forward.
It concerns me a lot, and I can understand the plight of the schools which are still being used as shelters. And I suppose it is an indication for us at the planning, when we are planning for disasters, to take those things into consideration. That if the schools are being used as shelters for whatever reason, for whatever purpose, there has to be a contingency plan in place to accommodate the children when it is time for the children to return to school. Yes, the people are at shelters. I mean, we cannot put them on the road, but at the same time, we have the students on the road. That is what is happening. You know, they are there, they are not doing anything, they are not engaged, etc. So we have to have some plans.
Some of the changes that have taken place to accommodate classes are school mergers, shift systems, and the installation of tents. Nicholas has appealed to parents to be understanding in light of the ongoing adjustments.
There are areas where tents have been put up. I'm appealing to the parents, because I understand tents have been put up in certain areas and the parents do not want their children to go under the tents. I'm appealing to the parents and the teachers, at least if we can't stay under the tent for 1 or 2 hours, at least 1 hour of serious work to get the children in. Because some of them are here because they were not, quote-unquote, fortunate enough to go to another land. But they're here, we still need to engage them. We still need to do something with them. So let us give the little support that is required for the children to move on.
In other news, 2 men, Paquette Langley and Cecil Tavernier of Soufriere, have both been honored for their contribution to post-Maria recovery efforts in Soufriere, Scott's Head and Galion.
The men were instrumental in clearing up the Soufriere Road of landslides, restoring access to the community. In appreciation of their work, plaques were presented to both men by the chairman of the Soufriere Village Council. That ceremony took place at the Soufriere Church Hall on Thursday.
Paquette Langley and Cecil Tavernier, that is what you were able to do. You were able to bless others around you, bless people in your community, because not only Sophia and Scott said, God, your people benefited from what you did. The utility company and others who wanted to get into the community. So imagine the kind of impact. So Paquette Langley, you are a true hero. In my view, you are a hero that will be written in history. Your name will go down in the history books of Soufriere, and people will forever remember you as one who has been so instrumental in seeing to it that their roads were cleared And let me say, Packet always asking this, and I'm happy the media is there recording this. Packet is always saying, Mr. Chairman, make sure you have a excavator in the community. Make sure you have a bobcat there. Well, Mr. Packet, the news will go out there so the international, and most of the government, where the international community can also donate us one. But most of the government will hear this, and they will ensure that they hear our cry, they listen to our plea, and certainly, who knows, we may just see an excavator before the year, for Christmas, who knows, or bobcat, because these things are needed. And those of you who know Cecil Tavernier, I consider him one of the most highly spirited community person. Just call on Cecil, and Cecil can jump into any vehicle, whether it be bobcat, whether it be truck, whether it be car, just name it. And anytime you call on Cecil, he always comes out to work for. After Erica, Cecil was out. Anytime we experience storms in this community, Cecil always comes out. And this is one of the main reasons why we are honoring him today.
Students now attending school at the church hall had been without potable water for some time until the village council chairman decided to do something about it. The Soufriere Primary School building at Brooklyn was severely damaged by Hurricane Maria.
Here at the church hall, we had no water to flush toilets, no water flowed in our taps so children could drink or to wash hands. That was when the generosity of Mr. Charles kicked in, and he went on a mission to bring water to us. Today, we say thank you for providing 2 water tanks and for putting measures in place for having them installed. Then when it became apparent that we could have water in the church building if the WASCO could repair a major pipe that was in close proximity to the church hall, Mr. Charles then spent time, and as a matter of fact, an entire morning at the WASCO on a quest to collect all of the necessary fittings for the job to be done. He then delivered the fittings to JB Plumbing and requested that the repairs be done as soon as possible. We went for 3 days, 3 school days without water in the tap and toilet. But on the Saturday, the job was done. The people from JB Plumbing came up and the job was done. And to Mr. Charles, we will forever be grateful.
The Soufriere School grounds, famous among sports enthusiasts, will require some work over a period of time before it can be restored to its former glory. Julian Morris, Channel 5 News.
King Hammonds on 28 Stibber Street in Pottersville offer a variety of services to you, the general public. We produce independent and local clothing at our Pottersville store. We offer top security services to our many clients and business houses. Also, just arrive at our new PowerMate 6,000 kilowatt generator to power your homes after Hurricane Maria. So come into 28 Stibber Street in Pottersville or call King's Garments at 440-6181, 277-7178 or 317-4441. King's Garments, we are here to serve you.
Do you need more cash for that home improvement? Then come to Fast Cash, where we give you more. At Fast Cash, our customers get more funds and more time to repay. But wait, can't come to us? We'll come to you, and our mobile officer will get you on your way. Small businesses, consumers, and taxi owners, Fast Cash has more for everyone. Simply call or visit any of our locations for more. Smarter, faster, better. Fast Cash. Terms and conditions apply.
Next up, the Dominica Infirmary has been commended for the care given to its residents post-Hurricane Maria.
The word of commendation from President of Dominica, His Excellency Charles Savre, when he visited the institution earlier this week. President Savre particularly applauded the infirmary's backyard garden, which he says is essential to the well-being of the residents in light of the increased amount of canned goods on island.
I believe that having the fresh vegetables for the residents will help to enhance the diet, because all of us now are on rice and canned meat and canned fish and so forth. And fresh vegetables are a very useful addition to the diet at this time. There is still some dasheen and yams and other ground provisions available all along the Roseau, the West Coast. You can still get some of that. But whatever you grow yourself, yes, somehow is more wholesome.
The president also encouraged the wider public to use the land to yield healthy foods for consumption to combat the potential ill effects of eating large amounts of tinned stuff.
I believe in school gardens. I believe in backyard gardens. I believe in people making the soil yield. And we try to do some composting because there's all of this stuff which you can plow back and do something, and it is very wholesome because it is challenging. 2 days without rain would create a little problem if you don't water properly. Yeah. So you struggle this, and in 2 days your lettuce, your cabbages, everything all droop on you, and you sometimes become a little exasperated, but you have to put systems in place to keep it watered or irrigated, as they would say. And you will be blessed with the results.
During this Christmas visit, management of the Dominica Infirmary was presented with the annual donation from proceeds of the President's fundraising dinner held earlier this year.
So here, I will take the opportunity to make a small presentation to you on behalf of the President's Charities Foundation. Thank you. And it is no point to say that we know that this will assist you in continuing to provide care and support to the residents here.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Thank you. Your Excellency, we would like to, on behalf of the residents, management, staff, and board members of the Dominica Infirmary, say thank you for this contribution. And I assure you it will go towards meeting our needs, as we have a great many needs at the Dominica Infirmary.
Reporting for Channel 5 News, I am Andrea Louis.
On to matters of education, where authorities say schools that have been merged due to the impact of Hurricane Maria are a temporary measure.
One such case has been where students of Collyhope Primary School are attending classes at the Coolibey Street Primary, and another case is with 4th and 5th form students of Goodwill Secondary, whose classes are at the grammar school. Assistant Chief Education Officer Dr. Jeffrey Blair said education authorities have not considered permanently merging schools.
And in some cases where the community schools are not open, students are attending schools elsewhere in other communities, which is a good thing. Principals are opening their doors to students of neighboring schools. Our focus is to ensure that students are at school. And we prefer if students are at school within their locality. And there are advantages to that in terms of the time to get to school and the time lost and so. So our preference as a ministry is to ensure that students are at school within their locality. Collyhope quite currently is being renovated by the Cubans. And we anticipate that they will be completed by the end of the school term. So students will be back at Collyhope School as soon as the school is completed. Right now, we are focused on students being at school. We have not given any serious consideration to other long-term plans.
Damage to the education sector is placed at $250 million. Dr. Blair said they feel reassured that several donors have committed to funding the reconstruction of schools.
We have a lot of our schools being assigned to donor agencies, and PS has a pulse on that. PS has been working aggressively to ensure that. We just got Jodel, and the Kaninago territory schools are all, some of them have commitments.
M&J Covering is the producer of designed galvanized and galvalume in Dominica. They design to your specifications, color and length, 4 styles of galvanized and galvalume pre-painted roofing sheets as requested, and supply all your galvalume accessories. M&J Covering helps you control spending and reduce waste. At M&J Covering, they are also equipped to build your roof to precise standards anywhere on island. So come to M&J Covering at 1 Mile in Portsmouth or call 445-5001
275-5003 today. King Hammonds on 28 Stibber Street in Pottersville offer a variety of services to you, the general public. We produce independent and local clothing at our Pottersville store. We offer top security services to our many clients and business houses. Also, just arrive at our new PowerMate 6,000 kilowatt generator to power your homes after Hurricane Maria. So come into 28 Stibber Street in Pottersville or call King's Garments at 440-6181, 277-7178 or 317-4441. King's Garments, we are here to serve you.
We continue with this item where the Ministry of Sport says major sporting facilities here will be given priority in post-Maria recovery efforts. In an interview with Channel 5 News, Honorable Josina Charles revealed that all sporting projects that were contracted prior to September 18 will continue as planned.
We have to set priorities and decide based on what has happened. Sports is important. The Ministry of Sports, do we have enough money now that we can work on all of those facilities, or are we going to work on some? Are we going to leave back housing assistance and do the playing fields? You know, which one is priority? Or are we going to have people in shelters? Are we going to have people living under cellars? Are we going to have people in tents? Are we going to have houses covered with tarpaulin steel while we do? Because the thing is, while sports is good for mental well-being, but also we want to make sure that the family himself, they are comfortable in the setting that they are. Because there are some of them definitely we will move it. For example, Massac playing field. The contract Massac had bought, the covering of the Massac basketball court, the contract was already signed. We will be continuing with it, so we're not going to curtail those kinds of things. So anywhere where we had the contract signed, we roll in with it, and any other thing that we can do now, we definitely will move forward with it.
She says while the Ministry of Sports might seek outside assistance with assessing the cost of damage to sporting infrastructure here, preliminary assessment suggests it will cost a lot.
We have gotten, in fact, we had the sports coordinator and his sports officer go out there and give us a preliminary report on the extent of damage to all of those facilities. What we are working on now is to get an engineer to give us a more detailed report with estimates as to how much it's going to get us. If we're going to need to bring some of those facilities back to where they were, or even better than where they were prior to the hurricane. The stadium, which is one of our main sports facility that we spent quite a bit on, but it too was affected severely. We have quite a bit of our roof gone in some of the stands. A few of our roof for the players pavilion, the entire roof, and some of them partially was affected. We also had lamps being damaged as a result of the wind. You know, the wind force within the lamps in the stands itself was damaged. Our light poles, you will recognize we had 4 of them. 2 of them are down. One is presently fell on the Coca-Cola building on the other end. These 2 we have been trying. In fact, we've gotten somebody to come and look at it so we can remove them as soon as possible. I was informed by Mr. Joseph that hopefully in the next week or 2 we should see it off. It's going to cost us some money, but definitely we have to remove them. And because the poles fell too, we also have the electrical cabinet, the 4 electrical cabinets controlling those poles, the lights on the pole. All those 4 cabinets were affected, and so definitely it's going to cost us some serious money to get those things back and running. We did have money in the budget for us to improve on the lighting facility, but now it's not just improve, we have to replace many of those things. Our scoreboard we bought in May. We bought the scoreboard in May, and it was installed in May, and that cost us almost $1.4 million, and that was completely gone. So we have to look at replacing the scoreboard. Our field was affected in the stadium because some debris, also sand and everything, came on from the river. But as you see, quite a bit of work has been done where they cleared it off nicely.
The Minister for Sports reported about 70% of the wall between the Dominica Grammar School and stadium fell and has compromised the safety of the sporting facility. She says her ministry is working with the Ministry of Housing to repair it in the quickest possible time. Meantime, Charles lamented the destruction caused by people and the hurricane.
We had just completed some lighting in like four, 5 facilities. All of them were affected, and some of those where we had our basketball or hard courts that were lit, most of them, the poles fell. Some of them, unfortunately, were vandalized because I can speak to some of the lights that we put prior to the hurricane towards the end of last year, early this year, the solar lights that we installed on the playing field. Some of them were affected by the hurricane, but unfortunately some of them were vandalized so people could take the solar panels to electrify their homes and things. And it's unfortunate that some of them were really damaged to the extent that we may not be able to repair them.
And Flow customer for the last 5 years, Nikki Thomas, is the latest winner of the Flow Christmas campaign. Entering this competition is easy. All you have to do is activate a 7-day and over combo plan to qualify to win in the Flow Christmas campaign. Nikki Thomas received her $1,000 prize during a ceremony on Friday afternoon at the Flow store in Roseau.
Those of you in the store, please clap for Nikki. It could be you next week who could win that $1,000. So congratulations to Nikki on winning $1,000. Compliments Flow for participating in our Christmas campaign. All right, and then now we are going to give Nikki her actual dry cash. And finance gave me some crisp hundreds. I don't know which bank gave them those crisp $100 bills. But Nikki, here's your $1,000 cash from Flow. We thank you for being a Flow customer. Count it, Nikki. Make sure it's all there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. $1,000 for Nikki Thomas. Compliments Flow. So Nikki, talk to me. You've been a Flow customer for how long?
Over 5 years, I would say.
Over 5 years?
Yes.
Were you on the other side and came to join us, or you were always with Flow?
No, I was always with Flow.
You were always with Flow. And what do you think about our company?
It's good. I mean, after the storm, there has been some ups and downs, especially this network connection, but it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay.
But you know, we're working to restore service, and we're working to optimize our service so customers can get to continue enjoying what they were enjoying from Flow prior to Hurricane Maria. What would you like to say to customers today who have probably not yet activated a combo plan so that they too can get a chance to win?
Okay, well, I would definitely advise them to go ahead and take the chance. Definitely try out the 7 days promotion. It lasts longer than if you put the 3 days, because usually that's what I did. I put the 1 day, 3 days, but I decided to try the 7 days, and voila.
There you are. What are you going to do with that $1,000?
Well, I just saw one of my favorite boutique, Glitz and Glam, just got some new arrivals on handbags and shoes, so I'm definitely going to get myself one.
Well, treat yourself, my darling. It's Christmas, so treat yourself to something nice, okay?
Last week's winner was Dion Matthew of Portsmouth. This has been the Channel 5 News. Feel free to contact us at news@marpin2k4.com. You can also access our past newscasts on our YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire production team, I am Kenny Williams. To our viewers all around the world, thank you so much for watching. Join us next time.